This is Popular Front, a podcast focused on the very niche and kind of geeky details of modern warfare with me, Jake Hanrahan. I'm away filming this week for Popular Front, so I didn't have time to get the episode together. So I'm using a bonus episode from the Patreon. We're going to put it out as a normal episode. This is the first and last time that will happen, but I figured it would give people an idea of what they can get on the Patreon for very little money, and it fills the void instead of having no episode. We're speaking to a guy called Abu Academic, also known as Abu Salman Belarus. He runs what can only really be described as a jihadist private military contractor in Syria. Abu Academic claims to be former Russian special forces, and basically he's teaching the skills he learned there to the jihadist fighters of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Can you hear okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. Where are you right now? Al-Sham?
Yeah. I am in Sham. It's Syria.
Wow, man, you traveled a long way. So I just wanted to talk to you quickly, like we were saying on Twitter. And I wanted to know, really, what is Malhama Tactical? What are you guys doing out there?
We are an instructor team, and we came here to train the rebels against the regime and Russian crimes.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been teaching the rebels since maybe 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years, okay.
4 or 5 years. We are like a instructor team, and also we can fight like a special force team.
I got you. And whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Russia.
You're from Russia?
Yeah.
You traveled a very long way to Syria.
Yep.
So why did you decide to join the war?
Because I am Muslim, and my brothers were suffering here,
Mm-hmm.
and I decided to help them to fight against the regime who make genocide and kill the people and women and children. And I decided to came here and help civilians. But I apologize about my English. Yeah.
Hey, don't worry. I don't speak Russian and I don't speak Arabic, so you're not doing too badly.
Yep.
So you decided to, you said you help civilians, but you're training, you're doing special forces. Where did you learn to do special forces?
I served for Russian army.
You served in the Russian army?
Yep. I served for Russian army, and if you know about the special airborne service like VDV, if you have heard about.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you used what you learned with the Russian special forces, and who are you teaching it to? Which groups?
Which groups?
Yeah, in Syria.
In Syria. Mostly it's Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, if you know about them.
Yeah.
جيش العزة أحرار الشام and أجناد القوقاز, like these groups, all rebel groups.
A lot of people call Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, HTS, they call them jihadis. Why? How do you feel about that?
I don't know about this, because we see them just in fight against the regime, you know, and we don't want to be inside it's problem like a jihadi, and we don't know about this. We just help them against just a regime and Russian crimes. We don't want to know about these problems and about this. It's like strategy.
So you guys, surely you say, you know, okay, I understand this label that a lot of people will give you guys, jihadi, but you guys are fighting for a pretty hard-line Sharia, right?
We came here just for help the rebels who fight against the regime and against the Russian crimes, because our enemies is our target is Russian regime. It's Putin and their military company, and we came here to help them.
Okay.
And about the Hayat Tahrir Sham or Kharas al-Din or like these groups, we don't know they jihadi or not jihadi. We are not terrorists. We are not jihadi group. Malhama Tactical. We came here to help the rebels. If you understand me.
Okay. And why is it called Malhama? I mean, that's a big battle, right? Malhama means massacre, no?
Yep. Malhama, it's about fight. In Arabic, Malhama, it's like war fight. Malhama, it's war. You can see the translate in Google Translate or some other translate sites. It's Malhama like the operation.
Okay, I understand. And I've seen some of your videos, and you guys are training some HTS fighters with like red bandanas. So they're like special forces. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah. Actually, now I can tell you. Currently, we are training the Red Troops brothers, and it's named Asayib al-Maut. We train them how to make a guerrilla warfare, if you know, and how to fight inside of our enemies.
How does it feel for you? You were born in Russia, right? How does it feel for you going out to fight Russia in a different country?
How can I explain to you about my feeling? I don't feel now. I don't feel anything because I know my target. What is my target? And I know about my enemy, who is my enemy, and I came here to help. And I don't scare. I don't afraid about dying or some other reasons. And I came here, and I have to stay here with the rebels, with the Syrian civilians. I can't leave them and go another country, and when the Bashar Assad make the genocide and kill the people, civilians. And I feel good. I feel good now. I feel good. I feel everything is good.
You feel better in Sham, in Syria.
No, yeah. And if we will finish here, finish here, and I can work there. I can go to another country and continue our lessons, our work. Maybe in Balochistan. Maybe I want to go to Balochistan. If you know about Balochistan.
Yeah, between India and Pakistan, right?
Yeah, it's a certain Iran.
You think you'll live that long?
Maybe we can go there after the Syria.
I asked because Russia and Assad look like they're going to close in soon on Idlib. There's talk of a battle. What do you think?
About the battle, they said that they want to take Idlib, but we are ready. We are prepared our front lines and our weapons and rifles. Like we train the brothers, and we have the special forces group, many, and we are ready to fight and to defend and even attack them. Maybe we can assault them and take new places very soon.
And how many people are in Malhama Tactical? How many of you are there?
Currently, more than 10 instructors.
Are you all special forces? Former special forces?
No special forces. Now, more than 10 instructor team. Just instructor team. And about the special forces, I can't tell you because it's like a secret,
I understand.
Yeah.
So what did you do when you were in the Russian army? I mean, at one time in your life, you didn't hate Russia, right?
Yeah.
So what did you do? Why did you join the Russian army?
Because I wanted to learn new stuffs for me. And I joined the army in order to learn, in order to be like a special soldier, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And after I how can I say? I wasn't Muslim, and I after the army, how can I changed my religion, you know. I changed my religion. I changed my religion, and I decided to came here. But in army, I was in strongest division, if you know, strongest army. It's a part of the VDV. When I finished it, I started to learn about my religion, about my target, about my life, and I decided to change my religion and came after I came here.
Okay. And you might end up, you never know, if Russia sends troops into Idlib, you might end up fighting against people you used to serve alongside. How does that make you feel?
You know, I don't feel anything, because they are like occupants. You know about occupants, because it's not their place, their country, but they came to occupy in order to occupation these places, if you understand me.
Yeah.
And they kill. There are airstrikes. There's warplanes. They bombing the children and women, and a lot of civilians every day. I saw this a lot of time, how the children and women die, and I feel good because I'm like a defender. You know, I came here to help my brothers and to help the Syrian civilians. It's normal for me, because they want to occupy these places, and they want to kill civilians.
But some people would say that about you. They would say, well, you're not from Syria. Why are you there?
No. We didn't come here in order to occupation these places, you know. We came here just for help the civilians, and we don't have a war plans and another rifle to bombing the Syrian civilians, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We just came here, and we are in front line in order to defend the civilians. We don't want to occupy these places, because after the finish this war, I and my brothers and my sisters, we want to leave these places and go to another country. We don't want to any part of place in Syria.
Some people say that you guys are mercenaries.
Mercenaries. It's like a private military company.
Yeah.
And we wanted for money.
So do you guys get paid or no?
No. We don't get any pay for our lessons, but there are some bosses who support us and help us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But about the paying, it's a lie. It's not true.
Okay.
We don't get any money for our lessons, our classes, you know.
How do you feel about ISIS?
ISIS, against the ISIS, a lot of time I wrote in my Twitter, posted some tweet. ISIS, it's evil, you know. You know about the evil?
Yeah, of course.
It's evil. It's even not Muslims, you know. They are not Muslims, and we fought against them. Maybe more than 10 times we fought against them, and even now we are ready to fight against the ISIS. and in order to wipe them out.
Sure. I agree with you. However, I have Muslim friends who say that Al-Qaeda and Al-Nusra and Hayat Tahrir al-Sham are also evil, but you are fighting and helping these guys. What would you respond to that, to Muslims that would say what you're doing is evil as well?
We don't want to enter inside this talking. We don't work. We don't work with Al-Qaeda. We don't want to work with Nusra. We help the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham and some other rebel groups just in order to fight against the regime. I don't know about their
but Al-Nusra used HTS used to be Al-Nusra.
I don't know about this, but there are so many groups like if you know new groups. Free Syria army groups. Because in Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, not just Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, not just Jabhat al-Nusra.
What's planned for Malhama? What are you guys going to do in the near future? Like, how much more training have you guys got?
In future, our plans in future.
Yeah.
Our plans to future, if I'm not mistaken, yeah?
Yes.
Now I don't know about our plans, but now currently we are ready to fight against the regime, and Russians in battle are going to be started very soon. And about our future plans, I told you about Balochistan.
Balochistan, sure.
Yeah, and in Balochistan, and if you know about the Turkestan.
Yes, I do.
I
yes.
want to help them. Yeah.
How did you get to Syria, if you don't mind me asking? Because that's a long way from Russia to Syria.
From Russia, from Moscow to Turkey, Ankara, if you know, and after the Ankara to Syria.
Was it easy?
Cross border. No, it was so hard for me. Because Turkey gendarme shot fire, but I don't get the shot. But they were shooting,
Yeah, sure.
When I crossed the border.
Okay, so thank you very much for that.
Thank you. No problem. Assalamu alaikum. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.
That was Abu Academic, also known as Abu Salman Belarus, speaking about the way he trains Hayat Tahrir al-Sham in the ways of special forces that he claims to have learnt in the Russian military. Now, obviously, we don't condone jihadism here at Popular Front. We fucking hate militant jihad. But, Abu Salman's a very interesting guy to speak to. I'm not one of them guys that says you shouldn't talk to people you don't particularly agree with, whatever. That's an absolute nonsense, not what we do at Popular Front. As I said at the start of the episode, that was a bonus episode from a few months back. That's the kind of content you will get a few times a month if you sign up to the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/popularfront. For $5 a month, you get bonus episodes, stuff like that. For $10, you get to be a part of the Discord community, which has many of the guests that we actually have on the show in there discussing all these things with the community we have there on the Discord. I think it's worth it, to keep us moving forward. I'm trying to keep this completely independent. I think it's fair. This episode was sponsored by the defensepost.com, defense with an S, reportage and analysis of all the world's global conflicts. It's also sponsored by Atlas News on Instagram. Go to instagram.com/atlas.news. Like I said, I'm away filming something right now with Conal Kieni, and yeah, I think you lot are gonna like it. Go to youtube.com/popularfront, subscribe, hit the bell, all of that stuff to see the video content come first. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/popular.front. Twitter, you can follow me. That's at Jake_Hanrahan, HANRAHAN. or follow the Popular Front Twitter, which is @PopularFrontCO. For all the episodes, if you want to show someone this is what Popular Front is, go to popularfront.co, the website. I am going to build a proper website when the Patreon hits a certain goal. Right now, honestly, I can't afford it. I need to keep things running here, but please do consider pledging at patreon.com/popularfront. This episode was made possible thanks to the following people: Axel Iverson in Iceland, Casey Francis, Chad Walker, Cody Bergerud, Dan Dunham, Daniel Shearer, Darby, Diana Gorvanek, Emily Molly, Fletcher Tate, Joanne Stocker, Joel Tambusi, Lawrence Abrahams, LH, Margaret Bowling, Patrick Bronte, Peter McCormack at What the Bitcoin Did podcast, Stephen R.D. Henderson, and Zachary Hinch. Thank you very much. Music in this episode: the intro was by Home and the outro was by Son of Old, soundcloud.com/son-of-old. Because I talk like an absolute scumbag, someone messaged me the other day and said, what are you saying when you say Son of Old? So to be clear, it's S-U-N, like the sun in the sky, of old, as in you're getting old, O-L-D. Okay, so soundcloud.com/son-of-old, son-of-old. Yeah, there you go.
اسمع للجبهة شعبية. اسمع للجبهة شعبية.